The Civil Society Coalition on Audit in Nigeria (CSCAN) called out on the National Assembly, Public Accounts Committee (EFCC) and other financial crime bodies in the nation to take professional, detailed and investigative look into 176 contracts awarded by Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) between 2008 and 2018, for which 90.9 billion naira is yet to be accounted for. This was revealed in a press briefing released on the 9th February 2021 in Abuja. Speaking on behalf of the coalition, the Executive Director of Paradigm Leadership Support Initiative, Olusegun Elemo, said that review and analysis of data carried out by the coalition revealed how wasteful and insensitive the Commission had been managing resources meant for the Niger Delta region. The coalition further revealed that they have pictorial evidence to back up their claims and hereby demand justice and explanation for the breach of trust and the Niger Delta people's deprivation of the much-deserved right to development.
What we're addressing this morning are results from our findings and analysis of audit reports on NDDC. And there are two reports. There is the report that covers 2008 to 2012 on NDDC, as well as the 2013 to 2018 audit report on NDDC. Both of these reports have been reviewed by our coalition, and we've highlighted the sum of 90.9 billion naira not accounted for yet by that commission. These monies covered a number of projects, about 176 of them, littered across the region, the Niger Delta region, I mean. Our coalition, we have visited the project sites. We have pictorial evidence of these projects. And then we have also the contracting companies, the identities of the contracting companies, as well as the identities of the beneficial owners of these companies. What we are doing this morning is to further put this issue in public domain and to alert those constituted authorities that should work on these findings. And this includes the public account committees of the National Assembly, both Senate and House of Reps, as well as the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission and the Financial Crimes Commission, to take a professional, detailed, and investigative look into these findings that we're putting out this morning and to recover the funds. As you are aware, the President Buhari last October 2019, ordered a forensic audit to be carried out on that commission. But up until now, there's nothing about the forensic audits. We don't even know whether there's any activity going on in that regard. And then we feel that, for me, as a person and for our organization represented in the coalition, is that what has happened between 2008 and 2018 within the NDDC is best described as insensitive, as callous, and is intentional to continue to deprive the people of that region the much deserved development.
Knowing fully well that over 500 billion has been budgeted to this particular commission, and we know that NDDC is one of the agencies under the statutory transfers. It simply means that they are under the first line charge. First line charge means whether Nigeria makes enough revenue, they need to be considered first. Knowing fully well that NDDC don't even have a budget of their own, so the budget is not there in the public space, so that citizens who have an understanding of what these funds will be spent on. So we just see huge allocation of money going to this particular commission, and it's hard for CSOs like ours, even citizens at large, or the concerned citizens or the beneficiaries themselves to understand what would be coming to their community. So it makes accountability and transparency hard.
To not having the supporting evidence. I mean, in accounting parlance, if you run a transaction, there must be evidence to support such transactions. And in a situation where an account officer or an official of the commission is unable to provide evidence to say, for instance, this is how much you have paid and this is the reason why we have paid, or where a situation where there seems to be double payment on some contracts, or for instance where a contractor is given scope of work and the milestone achieved on that contract is not commensurate to the amount of money that was paid to him. I mean, those transactions, we could say that there are certain amounts of money that is not accounted for on such transactions. And when we collated all of these transactions and different cases, like we said, some of these projects are now were abandoned. Some of them were poorly implemented, and many of them were also not executed. When we collated all of these issues one after the other, aggregated all of them, it came to about 90.9 billion naira.
Questions we need now begin to ask ourselves is what has happened since the president ordered the forensic audits in 2019? Does it take this long? Even though the process takes that long, how long does it take to produce a report in that situation for the president to address these issues? Are there any additional needs for the forensic audit with all the evidence on grounds as detailed in the report by the Office of the Auditor General for the Federation? Rather than allow the leaders of the Niger Delta off their mic like we've seen last year, it is now time Nigerian citizens begin to increase their mic. We all have voices which we need to speak out and engage with the government.